Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Tremendous output from Howard. He has 12 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
Jazz trail by 4.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on its heels.
Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt, and it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And so here is Houston following the bucket by the Jazz. He dishes it to Howard. Shot from 6, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Howard's got 14 points for the game.
And you know, with the Rockets, it isn't that they're getting layups. It seems more often than not they're getting and one plays on their fast breaks, and that's an extra bonus there.
Now here's Favors. Cantor's shot is off. Now here is Harden. Burke covering. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Ariza. Ariza's got 4 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 6. Rockets knew how to convert fast break chances, as you said, Steve. It's a big part of their game.
Well, they're a terrific ball handling team top to bottom. That allows them to get anyone the ball in transition and just fill lanes. Makes converting those fast breaks a lot easier.
Now here's Hayward. 12 points for him. 4 on the clock. And it's good. Burks has got 10.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Harden the pass to Howard. Burks with the steal. He kicks it to Burke. The dish now to Cantor. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, Trey Burke and Alec Burks, the Burke-Burks backcourt. Try saying that fast 5 times.
I will not. That is indeed a bit of a tongue twister. But, you know, Kevin, these two have a chance to make a pretty special backcourt tandem. Both are really exceptional ball handlers. And I like Alec Burks' ability to attack the rim and finish creatively. And, you know, Trey Burke showed in his rookie year that he can shoot it from deep and knows how to run a team effectively.
Well, you talk about Burks' ability to finish around the rim. A great athlete. They say he added about 6 inches to his vertical leap training with his teammates in Santa Barbara.
And Cantor drops them both.
And with Burke's length and athleticism, the tools to be a tough defender are there. I mean, he's still learning how to play defense effectively and efficiently, but already he's a pretty good rebounder from the guard spot.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Now here's Hayward. 12 points for him. Now Burks. Shot clock at 6. A floater, count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Hayward.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Gordon Hayward with an unusual pattern dating back 6 years back and forth. Great three-point shooting one season, and then Clark awful the next.
You know, it's a bit puzzling, Kevin. You look at the numbers from 2009 to 2014. Up and down, up and down. Last season around just 30%. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but it's a pretty rare one, no doubt. And I'm sure Gordon, with his work ethic, is going to try to smooth that good three-point shooting out and sustain it for him.
Here's Beverly after the basket by Utah. It's Harden with the drive. And Houston again with the bucket.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Jazz trail by 3.
And for Hayward, his role and responsibilities have steadily increased each season, but his scoring efficiency has steadily dropped in the opposite direction. Is he cut out for the role of primary scorer and shot creator? I think that's the question. The numbers to this point raise some doubts.
Now here's Burks. He's got 10. Burke can't get it to go. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense, lots of shots, and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris.
And for Hayward, asked to score in isolation much more last season, definitely a challenge for him. He's a gifted ball handler and passer, really good all-around player. But he's been most effective scoring off the ball, whether cutting to the rim or filling the lane in transition.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Utah. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
Now, here's Ariza. He's got 10. Beverly off target from outside.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now here's Hayward. 14 points for him. Favors inside, working on Jones, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
8 seconds of the shot clock. 8.
Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Utah.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Now, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now. And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Now here's Burks. He's tightly guarded. Shot to stop the run. The Jazz again can't hit it.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Beverly with the ball, and Burks picks him up defensively. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Back to Ariza. Feeds to Howard. And stolen by Burke. Now here's Burks. Guarded by Harden. Burke dishes to Burks. Passes it to Favors. Goes back up. That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Burks. Rockets have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Dishes to Ariza. Harden with a screen on Hayward. Ariza kicks to Howard. Shot clock at 5. And here's Harden for 3, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A different look for Utah. Novak's checked in, and it's Exum in for Burks.
Dante Exum.
Jazz trail by 7. Burke kicks to Booker. The feed to Burke. Pass to Hayward. He dishes it to Burke. Clock at 6. There's the screen. Lets it go from 14. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Good checked in for Burke.
Rodney Hood.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Harden with it. 15 points in the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Money from the wing. Harden's got 17.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Now, here's Exum. Here's the screen. Here's Hayward. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Hayward's got 6 here in this quarter.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Utah was such a fixture in the playoffs for so many years, almost decades it seems, but recently they've not been that kind of a team, and the work is cut out for this franchise to get back to being a playoff team.
Daniels, who's checked in for Houston. Isaiah Cannon comes in for Patrick Beverly.
And for the Jazz and their outlook, they did have some flashes of brilliance to build on, but it won't be an easy turnaround.
And that one falls for Howard. Well, for the Jazz, Clark, it's going to be about being patient, continuing to grow as a team. I guess most observers would think.
No, without question. They just have to take it in small steps. Incrementally is the only way it gets done right when you're building a foundation with young, talented players. Nobody goes from worst to first in the conference in one season.
Jazz trail by 10. And here's Exum. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. It's Novak from outside. That's good. Novak's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Howard, the pass to Harden. A second chance effort, and Howard with the lay-in. Howard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Here's Hood. He's got 8. A nice shot by Booker.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
And the basket good.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Here's Exum. Pass to Hood. He feeds it to Exum from deep. And Utah another three. Now, here is Harden. 17 points in the game. Kicks to Daniels. Launches it. Offensive rebound.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Now, here's Exum. 5 points in the game. Here's Hayward. And Booker kicks to Hood. In the corner, it's Hayward. Now, Exum. Hayward with a screen for Exum. The pass to Hayward. And again, it's Utah.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Rockets leading by 6. Howard with a screen on Hayward. Harden against Hayward. Cannon dishes to Harden. Jones the pass to Daniels. Harden kicks to Howard. Second shot opportunity, and it's Houston with another.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Jazz trail by 8. 1:24 left in the third. Hayward against Harden. Hayward dishes to Exum. He kicks it to Hayward. The Jazz working the ball around now. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, the Rockets were so deadly, Steve, in this building, and a lot of that was because of how fast they would get things going.
Yeah, they would often blitz opponents out of the gate and just manage the lead after the first quarter.
You know, as you were saying, the Rockets were great here. Their fast starts here at the Toyota Center helped them win 33 games at home last season.
The first one falls.
Well, for the Rockets, they're just so tough to beat at home because they're explosive offensively and they've got a great crowd. So once they get the lead in their home building, they are tough to catch.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Trevor Booker, and Jeremy Evans subbed in for Gordon Hayward. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Howard, that's good.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Exum with it. He's got 5. Pass to Hood. The 3. Rebounded by Howard.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Now here is Howard. Jones trying to get open, and it's Houston with another.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Exum. D right on him. Novak, the pass to Evans. Here is Novak, defended by Jones, and it's Evans missing. Inside, and it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark, bringing it down hard, my brother. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Rockets on top, up by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that. The big horse, yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging on my backside, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the side. Ain't no other way to play the game the way I play. I cut so much you thought I was a DJ.
Houston leading by 12. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Jeremy Evans is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot.
Now in the lineup for the Jazz, Derek Favors.
On defense, the Jazz. Howard kicks to Ariza. There's the dish to Daniels. Here's Howard. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Howard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Rockets. Jazz trail by 14. And here is Burke. Burks sets a screen for Burke. Elbow shot is on the way. Stolen by Beverly. The numbers in their favor. Here's Daniels. The rebound by the Jazz. Favors got 8 rebounds in this game. It's tipped. Burke kicks to Burks. Down low, Kanter, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Derek Favors, a really nice fit in Utah. Tough, has a low-key, low-maintenance personality. Doesn't seem to get bothered by attention and accolades. All he does is work.
And Favors last season, guys, signing a 4-year extension with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he wanted to stay in Utah, and they've certainly been happy to have him. A foundational piece for this team, no question.
That's good from Kanter.
Well, the Jazz really struggled last season. Maybe the worst defensive team in the league, and they weren't a lot better offensively. Some of that you have to attribute to youth. And quite honestly, it's impressive they were able to win as many games as they did under the circumstances.
Both shots good from the stripe. And you look at the free throw attempts for the Jazz. Steve, last season, their lowest number in decades.
Well, driving inside and getting to the line, normally a staple for Jazz teams in years past. So you have to think that they're looking to get back to that this season.
Burke dishes to Burks. Feeds to Evans. Pulls up from the corner. The Rockets pull it in.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Dishes it to Daniels. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
2 shots.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
That free throw good from Daniels.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Both free throws good from Daniels. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Burke, the pass to Kanter. The shot, no good. Excellent D from Howard.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Jazz trail by 14. Here's Burke. The feed to Kanter. There's the bucket. Good. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Daniel. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Daniels has got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Utah calls timeout.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They are just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. It's a good time to use the timeout here.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Burke kicks to Favors. Burke with the screen for Favors. Off the screen. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Hayward.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Well, guys, the D-League, a test bed for ideas that might, make their way to the NBA. And one thing we've seen there is a mission to get games down to 2 hours in length. They really want to shorten the length of these games.
Well, they've banned consecutive timeouts. They've reduced their number overall. The idea is to hold viewers' attention and provide time certainty for the broadcasters.
Goes up off the inbound, and the layup is up and in. And the Rockets lead by 14.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. You got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA level too, cracking down on pregame rituals and requiring players back on the court quickly after a timeout. The commissioner even talked to owners about shortening the game to 40 minutes, so less might be more in some ways. We'll see. I'm in agreement with that. I'd love to see some of the fat trimmed off the game. I don't know if 40 minutes is where I'd go, but some of the extra things that delay the game, I would love to see that pace picked up so there's not as much wasted minutes during the course of a 48-minute game.
Favors against Jones. That's good.
Next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Well, I think there's a couple of ways to shorten games. One is cutting down on the intentional fouls in crunch time. I think you could replace TV timeouts with live action advertising. Also, you might just shoot one free throw for the point value of a foul. I think the league is right to try to speed up the pace of the game, but it's a rocky road. You have to really think things through.
And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Burks.
Now they got the most out of that possession, guys.
For Houston, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. Here's Howard. Jones trying to get open. That one wide left.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Burke dishes to Favors. Pass to Burks. Now here's Hayward. He's covered by Daniels. Just 3 to shoot, and he gets the bucket. Kanter's got 8 points in the quarter.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Rockets leading by 7. Now here's Beverly. Ariza has the open look, and he gets the jumper to drop.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Burke kicks to Favors. He dishes it to Burks. He feeds it to Kanter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Jones gets to Ariza. The pass to Howard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Howard's got 31.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
Burke, the pass to Cantor. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now Beverly kicks it to Jones. From the arc. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Jazz trail by 9. Burke with it. He kicks it to Cantor. Inside to Favors. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Man, great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 P's, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
Now here's Burke, guarded closely. Passes it to Cantor. Now here's Burke, defended by Beverly. Cantor, that one falls coming off Burke's feet. And now just a 5-point Rocket lead.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
Power dishes to Ariza. From past the arc, and that one's good. Beverly. And the Rockets lead by 8.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Burke kicks to Burks. Cantor with it. Working on Howard. They get the rebound. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 21.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Jones, and that one goes long. Jazz trail by 6. And here is Burke. The dish to Cantor. They get it again. Here's Burks. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. He's got 23.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
Beverly, the pass to Daniels. Here's the floater. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. They get Derek Favors.
Utah has its hands full guarding against Jones.
He's got 13 rebounds, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the 3-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Exum, he's checked in for Utah. Second free throw, no good.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Feeds to Cantor. Shot is no good. So Houston will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's Harden with the drive. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 19 points.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Utah calls timeout. One of the stories here, Dwight Howard getting it done today.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
We've got 1:55 left in the game. Here's Hayward, and dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Hayward's got 4 points this quarter.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Screen by Howard. Left side Ariza. Dishes to Beverly. There's the feed to Howard. Soft touch off the glass. Howard's got 33.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. All alone. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
On its way from Hayward for 2. Can't nail the jumper.
Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
Howard setting the pick for Harden. And Howard, here we go. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's now 35 points for Howard.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, going through the motions as it appears. It'll be a nice win here for the Rockets.
Steve, I agree. And, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Dwight Howard. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Harden's shot is good. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
Burks dishes to Exum. Here's Favors. Good work defensively by Jones.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on this win. It was a team effort aided by this electric home crowd atmosphere. What made the difference?
We just trying to play solid defense. Talk to each other, help each other out. That was amazing tonight. It was unbelievable. Like I said, I'm happy for our guys. And, got a good victory at home.
Communication's so key. James, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying, see you next time, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight